Hi there, it's Sarah from Standing Up to Scoliosis and the Scolio Temple. And today I'm going to be talking about my yoga silks, or I like to call them my hummingbird silks, because I love the hummingbird. And yeah, I'm just really drawn to these colours at the moment. And that feeling of flying and rising above everything, and doing the impossible, the hummingbird means. So yeah, trying to achieve that with my scoliosis at the moment, and trying to get the rods out and trying to rise above it and stay supported up so the curve doesn't get worse again when they come out. And so yeah, basically, I mean, there are like sort of a lot of standards that most scoliosis programs have to include for the type of exercises, but I've never seen one doing the silks. So I've seen like people, like, you know, the position and the angle you do exercise at is included in lots. Obviously the basic strength training and balancing, either, you know, isometric lengthening or shortening of muscles. And then some are including the anatomy trains and the meridian lines, the ancient Chinese meridian lines, and closing the chain off and rebalancing the rest of the chain, looking at the whole body and how it's connected, which is amazing because that wasn't really previously in older scoliosis programs, and that's like more new scientific research, although we've obviously always intuitively known these things because it's in the Chinese medicine. And yeah, so I just wanted to talk about why I find these silks so amazing. Because something I learned recently on a lecture about wound healing is, so a lot of scoliosis treatment is all focusing on how do I release my tension in my soft tissue, my fibrotic tissues that are locking tight and pulling my curve, you know, and a lot of conscious exercise where you hold yourself in a position and try and force the muscles to pull the bones, and you know, this all works to, you know, a certain degree in a lot of scoliosis. But, you know, and then we can add on the closed chain and aligning the whole anatomy train. We can add massage in, all sorts of soft tissue therapies and, you know, heats and water and all sorts of adjuncts to try and free up the soft tissue. But sometimes it doesn't want to let go, and gravity just pulls it, and that joint just hooks on, and it's like, no, it grips on. It doesn't want to let go because the bones might fall and collapse underneath, and it has to grip on still to hold us up. And no matter what position we try and hold ourselves in, and no matter what support we're getting from our legs, our hips, our arms, we're not really holding the spine, are we? We're not giving the spine the support it needs. So that is what this is all about, is giving my spine the support it needs. So it can say, no, I don't need to grip on anymore. Hey, I can let go. So I lie in all different positions in my silks. You know, I find lying on my back quite like the fetal position, which is amazing because I was born breech, and hence a lot of my scoliosis issues started. Had jaundice in my liver and all sorts of soft tissue tension from a young age around the right side of my body, which is where my curve pulls around the liver, where it's the biggest. So yeah, I love the whole lying, just holding. I can actually release a lot of soft tissue tension just from lying in this for like, but you have to lie in it for like a long, you know, a number of time. You have to be in there for, you know, lying in there for like 5 minutes. Sometimes I'm like longer, but I'm like, you know, I will change the position slightly. I'll like twist that way or twist that way a bit, or I'll hold on to my handles, or I'll let the back, you know. So another one I do like hanging off the back, and you can hold on. You have these great handles you can hold on to, and again the same. I like doing it forward. So basically, I just change up my position all the time, but I make sure I stay. You know, it doesn't work. The tension, the tension in the bones and the joints where it's gripping on won't release and let go if you don't lie in there and hold that position for quite a long time, a number of minutes. And there's a lot of new research showing about fibrotic and tight soft tissue really needing that time, even when you're doing hands-on massage, like gentle massage. Sometimes you have to hold the position for quite a bit of time, like so that the joint feels supported, and it's like, okay, I'm in a more stable position now. Now I can let go of that tension, and now I can re-strengthen and rebalance and regrow a new way. So yeah, I also lie on my sides in the silks. So these stretch out. Oh, I'm the wrong way around. So they stretch out really far. It's like a hammock. And I can lie on my side, so I can support my right curve by lying on my right side, or my left curve lying on the left side. And I love flying the whole thing, like where I feel like I'm flying like a hummingbird. So I'll put the legs up, but I try to not let it swing, and I'll put my hands on the floor. So sometimes I can like do a bit of traction and take, hang down and fix my hands on the floor, or I fix them on my bed here. And sometimes I even come down onto my knees, like the whole thing is holding me up. And this looks like it's going to be making my curve worse, because it's like hold it where it kyphoses a bit, and it's like I'm holding it in that position. But sometimes that is a position I need to get the release. So, that's the way the nervous system in the body responds, is positional release, but also feeling safe to release. So, you're not going to get a lot of therapeutic benefit in a toxic, horrible, scary environment where you could get infected or damaged more or hurt by around you. It's the same concept, that your body's not going to release and let go of tension and past trauma if it's not supported and it's not held. Like the mother would hold the child and the baby when you're growing and developing, and if you're not, held a lot, you don't get that tactile support. Maybe there might be developmental issues in the baby. So I find a lot of scoliosis programs, maybe some people do use these in them. I'm not aware. So if anyone does, that would be great. If you could write a comment or send a link in your chat. But yeah, a lot of them, they use cushions for support. So many will roll up towels or cushions, and and that's great. They're like putting them under the curve and supporting this, and that's definitely better than nothing. And I have been on a yoga for scoliosis course, actually, Yoga Berry, which was really good. She really knew how to support the spine in the relaxation part of her course, where she put, I felt like I was lying on a cloud. She just put loads of cushions all under everywhere, and wrapped you up and you were lying there, and you're like, oh yeah, I feel so supported. And I found that super helpful. I think especially the more stiff you get and older you get, or maybe because I've had the surgery as well, I have a lot of stiffness and a lot of gripping on and tension that doesn't release so easily from exercises, when my body was stay angry and go, no, I need to grip on still. So so this is kind of, other than the other standard exercises and balancing and principles already talked about, I definitely favour my silks as well for support and stability. And then there is another principle of the quality and the type of exercises you do, that I want to talk about in another video, but which I would plan to bring in with my dancing. But yeah, I'm just trying to get as much out of this as I can at the moment, supporting me for having the rods removed, and also because I have a slight disc problem above and below the rods, and I'm just, which I feel are caused by the rods, I'm just trying to make sure I don't damage the rods anymore. So the reason I don't post loads of hardcore exercises on my page is because I'm not able to do them, because the rods are digging in and causing arthritis and disc problems. And I used to do loads when I was younger. After I first had the surgery, I danced professionally, I walked up mountains, I probably done way too much because my surgeon encouraged me and said, you can do anything, you can do this professional, you can do that. Like, so yeah, I'm just at a stage in my life, you know, the rods have been in 20 years. I don't know why, but something's just not working anymore. So I tend to favour these gentle, it's kind of more like a yin yoga type approach, where you just relax to gravity in the position that you like with your body supported using props. And my prop that I find the best is my hummingbird silks. Okay, yeah, I think I've waffled on enough about the silks. I hope everyone's well, and take care. Bye.